Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Sandra Esenam Afenu, and I'm here for business. Now, Senior Minister Yao Safo-Maafo has appealed to new managers of ECG to work towards reducing cost of power and revenue losses in the country. The minister made this remark when Power Distribution Services Company formally secured its license to manage ECG. There's more and the following Business Desk report.
Mr. Safo-Maafo argued that the new managers must justify private firms' participation in power distribution sector of the country.
It is a fact that the private sector participation activity of the Power Compact program has begun the fulcrum around which the rest of the Power Compact projects revolve. If we are transferring the operations of ECG to PDS today, we can be excited about significant investment that will come to the power sector.
He also argued that the Power Distribution Services Company to come on board. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta said the decision to allow the Power Distribution Services Company to come on board was aimed at dealing with revenue losses, and they are hopeful that would be achieved.
One, the legacy issues of the PPAs that we have signed. And so that we are going to tackle on a different platform. And then, of course, the issue of technical, commercial losses that we are talking about, which is what we expect PDS to cure. And really, when you have over 25% technical, commercial losses, you can see the changes and savings that will come.
The board chair of ECG, Kelly Gajipo, noted that the new manager should realize that ECG workers are the best human resource one can find in the power sector when it comes to distribution.
With new business processes, organizational structures, and attitudes. I might add here, however, to PDS that I can assure you that the short time I've been at ECG, I must say you are actually inheriting some of the finest people in the electricity distribution business.
US Ambassador to Ghana, Stephanie Sullivan, was optimistic the new management contract would help create more jobs in the country. Board chair of the Millennium Development Authority, Professor Yan Tiamua, disclosed that Ghana has been able to draw down the over $400 million Millennium Challenge Compact to help re-strategize the power sector.
Well, so we still stay on the ECG takeover, but what do you know about the new management of ECG and how were they selected? Take a look at this. Let's do other stories now. And President of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Dr. Nana Ejapia Dansoa I, has criticized the action by some private sector players for fronting for foreign nationals, a development he said is against the Chamber's regulations. Speaking at the inauguration of the Chamber's Council and Central Executive Committee, he tasked the new Executive Council to prioritize compliance for business regulations rather than profit.
Swearing in 30 captains of industry to the Chamber's Council and Central Executive Committee, President of the Chamber, Dr. Nana P.H. Dankawoso I, made a case for private sector to advance the cause of protecting the Ghanaian market rather than collude with foreign nationals.
The continuous depreciation of the cedi needs to be addressed to enable businesses to stay competitive, as any further depreciation will be detrimental to the business community and the entire economy.
Chairman of the Trade and Tourism Committee in Parliament challenged captains of industry to work closely with the Trade and Finance Ministries for the implementation of favourable economic reforms for the private sector.
If you don't know what the government is doing, what are you, in your personal capacity as a captain of industry, what are you doing? Telling you that no, your activities is collapsing ATM. Your activities is collapsing to a protester industry. So until we cut these things and then allow our local industry to flourish, forget it.
Speaking on behalf of the sworn-in executives, CEO of Dalex Finance, Ken Thompson, entreated government and the Chamber to prioritize concerns of the private sector regarding the ease of doing business in the country.
And it is very easy for somebody to say, well, we should contribute to the development of Ghana. Yes, of course we want to. It's our own money. We put our money where our mouth is. And we need policies that will help us to save, invest, and innovate.
The 30-member board will serve a 2-year term, after which an assessment will be conducted.
Now, developers in the real estate industry have welcomed government's plan to set a $1 billion fund to support the lower class acquire affordable homes. They are, however, hopeful that the fund will achieve its aim of bridging the housing deficit, which currently stands around 2 million.
The meaning of affordable housing continues to be debatable. Even though a section of the public thinks reduced pricing should be the main factor, others say the length of time given to pay for a home makes the facility affordable or not. President Akufo-Addo, in his State of the Nation address, acknowledged that the problem of financing accommodation still persists. Although several efforts by government to solve the housing deficit challenge is proving futile, the president revealed that his government will soon launch a 1 billion cedi fund to help the low-income earners.
There is an acute shortage of user-friendly, decent housing for people in middle and low-income brackets in our country. This is a long-standing problem that gets worse with each passing day. It is time to tackle the issue and find a resolution. The Ministry of Finance is working to launch a 1 billion Ghana cedi housing fund that would target low-income earners. Mr. Speaker, government will continue with the other housing projects with the police, armed forces, and government workers across the country through agencies like the State Housing Corporation.
Some players in the real estate development industry have welcomed the idea of the fund, hoping that it will go a long way to address the challenges in the sector. Patrick Bonfol is the president of the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, GREDA.
The developer has to bring infrastructure to that land on his own. You bring electricity to the land, then afterwards you don't recover those costs. ECG says the line is ours, Ghana Water Company. You bring water to the land, they say it's theirs. You don't recover any monies. So all these ones, you have to put it on the price of the house. We hope to get to a point where all the lands that we are going to build on in the near future, maybe.
So under the new ECG management, what is going to be different? We have an exclusive interview with the new owners when I return with more business news.